Hi, Taehyung Lovers. Welcome back to the Taehyung Lovers channel around the world. And this time, don't you dare skip the first 3 seconds. Because what you're about to see is not just an ordinary dance practice. This is a moment that made the world fall silent and then explode at the same time. April 2026, without excessive effects, without cheap dramatization. Just one move from Kim Taehyung and millions of people reacted instantly. But the question is this just choreography? Or is there something deeper? Something that is intentionally kept from your awareness? Behind the hooligan concept that is going viral. There are details that have split army. From one movement that seems to control the dancers to a quiet gesture of respect to Min Yoongi that gave many people chills. Then it continues to an exclusive interview with Rolling Stone, where Kim Taehyung actually admits something the public never expected about the song Alien and about himself. Honest, raw, and shocking. And what heated things up the most is the reaction from the BTS members themselves. The looks, the smiles, the small moments when part Jimin, and the others seemed different than usual. Even one simple gesture of wiping his nose turned into a global debate. Why? What really happened behind the camera? In this video, we will break it all down without filters. The fact behind the 3 seconds that shocked the world. The hidden meaning of the hooligan concept that not everyone realizes. The respectful moment to Yoongi that made ARMY emotional. Kim Taehyung's honest confession about Alien that surprised many. The reactions of BTS members that sparked heated speculation. And the reason why a simple moment can turn into a global controversy. So before we continue, write your opinion in the comments now. Do you think this is pure art, or is there something intentionally hidden? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, and help this video go viral, so the world continues to see the real side and kindness of Kim Taehyung. Because this time, what we're discussing is not just an idol. This is about a phenomenon that is testing how the world thinks. April 2026, the world seemed to stop breathing. There were no explosive visual effects, no forced dramatic music. Just one dance move, one center of energy that is hard to explain, and one name that once again shook global attention. Kim Taehyung. In an era where public attention moves as fast as a screen swipe, this moment felt like an anomaly. Why can one simple movement trigger millions of reactions? Why does the public not only watch, but also feel, question, and even debate it? This is where a rare power lies, the ability to control audience emotion without needing to shout. In a spacious practice studio with polished wooden floors in Canada, the atmosphere felt beyond just a choreography session. This was not an ordinary space. This was a place where precision, instinct, and charisma collided on the same frequency. And at the center of that vortex stood Kim Taehyung, not just as an idol, but as a phenomenon continuously evolving beyond industry definitions. The rehearsal for the hooligan concept was not just routine. From documentation circulating in April 2026 through production sources and internal crew, Kim Taehyung stood out with relaxed yet character-filled outfit and orange cap in contrast, firm gestures, and focus that seemed to shut out the outside world. In one moment, now viral across platforms, he stood in the center of a circle of dancers. His hand rose slowly, not rushed, not exaggerated. But in the next second, the dancers around him fell to floor in a dramatic formation, a scene that sparked sharp questions. Is this just choreography or a representation of deeper artistic control? This is where the public split between those who see technique and those who feel the narrative. Taehyung does not just move following counts. He creates a story, and that story feels alive. Small details actually strengthen the bigger picture. In one almost missed scene, Kim Taehyung gives a respectful gesture before his part begins a subtle salute to Min Yoongi. No words, no excessive spotlight, yet deeply meaningful. For those who follow BTS's journey, this moment is not just formality. It is a reflection of a relationship forged by time, global pressure, and unshakable trust. A silent language only understood by those who have been at the lowest and highest points together. The narrative then shifts to a quieter, more intimate space. A minimalist set with warm lighting, and a black sofa becomes a backdrop for the 7 BTS members. The atmosphere is no longer about performance, but honesty. In an exclusive interview with Rolling Stone in April 2026, Kim Taehyung reveals a side rarely seen. He talks about the song Alien, a work now known as emotional, but actually born from uncertainty. At first it had no ending, he said softly. Then there was a suggestion to turn into Alien, and we did it. That simple sentence becomes proof that even great works begin from doubt and change in direction. But what is more shocking is his confession about himself. With his signature low voice, Kim Taehyung admits that his vocal journey is not finished. He openly talks about the limitations of his technique, something rarely expressed by global artists at the peak of their careers. This confession triggered mixed reactions. Some see it as rare courage, while others question is this pure honesty or an image strategy. This is where audience emotions are played. Because when someone considered perfect chooses to show cracks, the public is forced to see him as a human, not a symbol. On the other hand, Park Jimin and the other members show equally interesting responses. Attentive gazes, small laughs that melt the atmosphere, to silent moments that feel the most honest. In one viral clip, Taehyung bows his head while laughing softly, a spontaneous reaction that cannot be staged. And that is exactly where the power of this moment lies. Not in the script, but in authenticity. But the story does not stop there. Off-screen, ARMY began dissecting every detail. A simple moment when Taehyung, not feeling well, wiped his nose with a tissue turned into global discussion material. The members' expressions were analyzed, interpreted, even debated. Some consider the reactions less warm, while others see it as natural interaction without a script. The question arises, are we truly seeing reality, or are we creating our own narrative from small fragments? What is undeniable? Even in the most human moments, Kim Taehyung still radiates an inexplicable charm. Not because of perfection, but because of unfiltered honesty. He does not try to look perfect, he chooses to look real. And ironically, that is what makes him surpass the definition of an idol. Behind the camera spotlight, behind endless analysis, and behind every lyric that continues to evolve, there's one fact that cannot be ignored. Taehyung still sees himself as a process, a work in progress. And maybe that is why the world cannot stop watching him. Because a story like this does not offer an ending, only a journey that keeps sparking curiosity. Now the question returns to us. Are those 3 seconds truly proof of extraordinary stage control? Or are we the ones who want too much to believe in a grand narrative? Is his honesty a strength or a gap that opens new criticism? One thing is certain, this moment is not only about him, it is about how the world reacts. And this time, the reaction cannot be ignored. And finally, we arrive at this point. But honestly, this is not really the end. Because since April 2026, when the world seemed to stop breathing, just because of one movement from Kim Taehyung, everything has changed. Not only how people see the stage, but how the world feels an idol. From a mysterious hooligan practice studio, the silent gesture to Min Yoongi, to the honest confession in Rolling Stone, this is not just a story. This is a reality that is still moving, and perhaps we have not fully understood it. Now we want to hear from you. Is this pure artistic power, or is there something deeper yet to be revealed? Write your opinion in the comments, because this time, your voice is part of a story that is going viral worldwide. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you enjoy content like this. If not, feel free to skip, because the Taehyung Lovers channel never forces anyone. But remember one thing, this story is not finished. And it might be that the next moment will be far more shocking than what we see today. Stay tuned for the next updates only on Taehyung Lovers. Keep following all updates about Kim Taehyung only on this channel. Thank you, stay safe, and see you.